Yo guys, this is what about tonight video. Today in this video we're gonna be talking about Victorious, and it's about the Drake and Josh person Helen. The I think it was Josh's boss. Then yeah, let's get into the video. And by the way, the animation thing from the top was basically about this animation guy, aka me, is gonna be watching and see what's really good. So basically at the start it was Robbie and Sinjin talking about the bike, and then Robbie was about to say if Tori would go out with him or something if if he had the bike. And then Sakowitz was randomly just talking. He was talking about the principal of what's the school called, Hollywood Arts, is about to say something, and then Jade had to tell everybody to shut up. And yeah, it was basically, yeah, so basically Sakowitz was just talking, and finally he took the mic away from Sakowitz and was just talking about just the people murmuring or something. And then he was talking about his wife or girlfriend that he wants to join her at Hawaii. And yeah, and then she had a banana and Sakowitz stole it. So he's, oh, alright, there's an animation right there. Okay, and then we see Helen for the first time in Victorious, I'm pretty sure, and driving, and then she runs over the bike that Robbie paid for. And I think there's about to be an animation, and then it says why. But I really want to know, why did she do that? And Sinjin was just trying to get away from that action. Robbie and Tori had to just like get away and dip. But they didn't dip like far. They were just like, you know, let me just run a little bit. And Robbie wanted his money back, but then Sinjin just ran off, and Helen was just like, just being mean a little bit, and just saying that he needed to know where he was parking his stuff. And then Tori was just, I don't know what she said. She was just angry. And then she was like, who are you anyways? And then she said she's a new principal or whatever they said of Hollywood Arts. And then Tori said, you should not park your bike there. And then the iconic theme song. I kind of like it. And this photo right here is going to be something in this episode. It's a good moment of Victorious. And then we see this random girl just, you know, like when they just have like a lot of pictures at once. And then they finally go to Cat, like in a, I don't know what that is. But then they were just, Jade and Tori Vega were just talking about who's gonna be like the wife and stuff. But yeah, then they say, I think he said action. Then they were just doing the role, you know, just doing the role like they normally do in the weird class. And yeah, nothing really say right here. But then Helen comes in to the building. Well, she was already in the building, into the class, and I think Sakowitz and Helen know each other. It's kind of weird, you know. I don't know. I've never seen them, but if they were like something like a TV show, I've never seen Sakowitz from like a different TV show before Victorious. And yeah. And then they were just talking about Helen in like a TV show right there. And then yeah, I think Jay was like, what do you know about singing? And then yeah, that's basically just what she was talking about right there. A good scene, you know. They should probably like ended it. Well, I think they did end it. Well, no, yeah, they ended it after Beck clapped, and then Robbie and Andre put their hands up. I think Sakowitz said, if you're frightened, if you're frightened or something, do something. And then yeah, just we go to Tori's house where Andre and Tori just trying to just know what they're trying to do. Tori's just saying no, and then she said yes to one thing, and then she was like no. It was, you know, I don't know. I don't think Tori Vega was like an annoying character. I feel like people hated like Zoe from Zoe 101. Carly from iCarly. But yeah, and then Trina just trying to kick. Then, you know, let's see an animation right here. Alright, ninja style, okay. But yeah, I don't know, because people are not calling Jade the best character in the show, but back then they weren't really calling her the best, you know? Because ever since Victoria Justice, and then wait, I'm just gonna talk about Trina. Trina was just doing her scene, and then they were just confused. But that's really just it from all these scenes. Um, but yeah, I don't think people just think that Tori's like annoying, and they hate Victoria Justice because of her character. It's just like it's weird, and people bring up like the fact that she in Kat's new boyfriend or something. She kissed Kat's boyfriend, and people, it's just weird. It's literally a freaking like show, you know. It's not supposed to be real, but it's whatever. I feel like people are doing that as like a joke, like that scene, but whatever. Um, Trina Vega is just she was a good character. She was a good character. Beck, he was not the he was probably out of all of them, he was probably the worst because he didn't really have anything like special, like, you know. I don't know. It's just he didn't have anything like good. He didn't have like a real. He was like Tori basically. Just he was like artistic kind of. He looked like he could create something like a minute. But yeah, then Kat, I'm just gonna talk about her character. Her character was a little bit annoying because she was supposed to be annoying. But yeah, you know, I feel like Tori Vega, I don't think she was the worst character. I feel like Sinjin was probably the worst because he was just supposed to be weird. Robbie was like funny and weird. Sinjin was funny a little bit and weird, but I feel like if he had like more scenes, then he would be good. But yeah, Beck and Tori and Sinjin, I feel like are some of the worst characters from the show. But Jade, she was just like mean like Dana. She was like Dana a couple of years later, basically. And she was like Logan from Zoe 101, but a couple of years later. But let's get into this. Basically, Robbie was just talking about something, and then Rex just interrupted him, and then he was trying to be serious, but Rex wasn't. And then the next one's gonna probably creep you out, probably not. Jade's new audition is about to go, and just starts it off with a little bit, you know, weird. And then Tori did a time to audition with Andre nervous, and yeah, they do a good kind of remix of what is it called? Make It Shine. I liked it, you know. Andre's parts were good. Tori's parts were good. I feel like both of them were probably good, and I wonder if they're gonna have a Victorious reunion, because I feel like people think that Ariana Grande and Victoria just have problems, but they wouldn't have a reunion if they had problems, unless they solved it, or they just don't talk to each other. But who cares? But yeah, they're doing a good song, you know, and they're really good. They're probably one of the best girl-boy duos. Well, yeah, girl-boy duos in Nickelodeon history, probably, because you know they're just good together. But then they just ran to each other, and Helen just screamed next, and then yeah, they're trying to do an exercise, but then Tori's mom got a call, and then Tori was just being a little bit annoying in this. Well, to her mom, but not like as a viewer, you know. She was trying to see what's going on, and I can relate to that. And then she said that Trina got in, but Tori didn't. And then she said goodbye Hollywood Arts, and then the feeling was despair. Yeah, but yeah, they go to the next scene, which is basically them all the gang members except for like Trina, and you know. But wait, I need to bring this up one more time. They should probably have a reunion with Andre's grandma in it, Sinjin, the other guy, the guy that liked It was like Sinjin's sidekick, basically. But yeah, they were trying to meet Helen, and then they went. They were like trying to run, but then they had to back up a little bit. It was a funny scene. But they need to do like a reunion with Andre's grandma. Like she's doing, she's doing like a lot of YouTube videos that are funny. I follow her. She's still funny. And I feel like they should do like a reunion after all this stuff. And Tori was just confronting her, and then she said that they got the names mixed up. Trina was Tori basically, and Tori was Trina, and yeah. And then the girl, she was like, she has problems, and it's just whatever. And then they go back to the scene, and Tori's trying to tell Trina about like life lessons basically, and then Trina just doesn't get it, and then she says she knows what's like going on, and then she said that Tori's mad that she's like sad that she is no longer in Hollywood Arts, and then she was trying to say that if she could give Tori the talent, then she would, which it's like, it's whatever. I kind of like this thing, but then they go to the next thing, and then Tori's trying to talk Robbie into like trying to fake rob, try to act like he's robbing Helen, and Tori is doing like that. This is one of my favorite like scenes ever. In a couple of seconds. Well, okay, so not right here. The next, right here, when she does like the pointing thing. I feel like that's one of the most underrated moments in my opinion. But yeah, he's trying to fake steal her purse, and then Trina comes in and then just delivers a kick. I think that was a super kick. But let's see. I think there's an animation, and then my animation man just said, Oh, and look at that kick. That kick looked nice. That kick looked actually nice. Oh, and another animation. I noticed Tori just acting like she just literally just came in. Totally. And then Robbie probably is knocked out at this point, and Andre just coming in with a save, just getting Robbie out of there before he gets seriously hurt. And then Tori's talking about the decision that she made about Trina being kicked out of Hollywood Arts, and then she was about to say, Trina, you can be back in Hollywood Arts, but then Tori just interrupted her and then just made her seem like she was getting back in Hollywood Arts, if that makes sense. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. Hit that like button down below. See you guys next week. Goodbye, peace. I'm out.